Welcome back to Factorio SpaceX Extreme. What have I been doing since last time? Not entirely sure. I finished off the copper setting up the fuel. It hasn't populated yet, it would seem. Or if it has, it's all been sent up here. Or not. I do realise though there is a problem in that when these guys come out, they tend to stop quite often just here. Well, especially in the iron one, I think. See if I can find an example. Do we have any fuel in this? Not looking promising. Is this guy going to stop for a moment? No, probably not. So sometimes they go straight out, and that's good. But other times they like stop here because there's something sort of coming through, and it's blocked through here, or it's already booked by another train. And when that happens, these carriages that are empty are lined up against these requester boxes, and so whatever fuel is there is likely to get loaded into these, and we'll go through fuel in a faster way, or it will be blocking space and draining the fuel supply such as can be delivered to these locations. So I was all but ready to rip it out, but I think I have a better idea that involves a little bit of circuitry. So and the other thing, of course, is I don't think that we're getting enough fuel delivered anywhere, so we're going to have another fuel train. But that is relatively simple. This side of things is probably a little more interesting. How much? So if I need to, I can always use wood, because there was a ton of wood just there. Interesting. Okay, so my idea basically is that these particular inserters can only operate if there is a train sitting here. Now what... so we've got green. We're already using green. So just to keep things separate, it's probably worth using red circuitry. And we'll go from here to here to here to here and bounce along these guys to here to here to here. And what the purpose of this one is we will read train contents. Or read stop train. Signal T. Actually, let's just see what that gives us. Quickly. Read stop train. So what signal are we getting? T. So it's got a number. So basically, if we check it over here, we have nothing. So what I basically want to do is, yeah, that will do. So if T is greater than 0, we have a train. If it's not, we don't have a train. There you go. And if we don't have a train, even if it's only part way along, we want to disable all of the inserters. So that's what we're going to do. Enabled condition is T greater than 0. It's less for these ones and more for the ones at the back. In fact, I could probably put it only on the ones at the back. And that would be fine. Excuse me, as soon as I start recording, I get a coughing fit. So yeah, we could probably put it only at the ones at the back, but whoops. We'll put it at the front as well, just because. Able disable T greater than 0. Now, if I copy all of this, well, there's only 4 in each one. Simple enough. Work, yep. So I might snip this, since I'm basically just going to do the same across the breadth of what's here. And then probably go over to the iron, do the same. These ones, I mean, it's always, it sort of works in a hemisphere as the most commonly used. If you're using it to optimum capacity, these do get used though. So it really just means if you see that it's not using these, there's an opportunity to put more trains through. There you go, there's a perfect example of what I was saying. So if these actually had rocket fuel in them, they'd be unloaded into these carriages at this time, which is definitely not what we want. So this mechanism will stop that. Assuming that this is set up right. Read stop train, there you go. Need to get that right. And actually, in concert with this mechanism, it might actually be better to do all of the fueling this way, and then we don't need to put it out to outposts like we previously were. Save a lot of infrastructure, and the fuel train could just come straight to these things. Up to, I believe. Probably now that we've wired these ones up, if we don't put this condition on, they'll never actually run. So we need that condition, and these are the last 2 copper ones. Ooh, he's very low. Just as well we have some fuel. So we can manually put some on. Save that for a rainy day, as it were. Now, from here to here to here to here. I always seem to need to be in a little bit of a rush in this to kind of beat deadlines. We're getting close to, we're probably up to about 40% of 40% of our research, and we haven't even started the building the spaceship components part, and we have other things to do. So we're sort of running out of time again. We might have to prioritize. Leaving the train network. And for after we've built some launching or some components that we can launch. Now, let's stop train. Let's stop train. Good. So that's copper done. What have we got? We've got 55. Do we have the engineering train over here? I don't think I actually do at the moment. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get close to this guy and jump on board this. He'll take me back to the main base. Maybe, well, if nothing else, I can just refill my red wire. But actually, while I'm there, I might, let's boost that to 500 even. I might just go and set up a second fuel train, because I do believe that that is part of our issues at the moment. Why is this giving us so much? We're only running at 330 instead of 400. And that, it's not too bad. That's all we need, I guess. Kind of means we could be doing a little bit more. Maybe turning on those modules would be a good thing. But it's kind of nice being able to do what amounts to over 5,000 science and still have sort of 36, 37 UPS. It's pretty reasonable. Just gonna stop there, are you? Alright. We can jump out. Down, wait for. Oh, we need to be in the zone, don't we? Wait for some top-ups. Shouldn't be very long because we're pretty close to where it all gets built. We are actually running 16,000 logistic robots. So that is a fair few. Let's just have a quick look at science pack volumes. Yes, this one definitely isn't quite keeping up to the 2500, and it is making a difference, but it's doing well enough. Blue's keeping up at long last. That's almost completely re-topped up. There we go. And we've got plenty of rail. Oh, this is why we keep getting so much rocket fuel. I don't really need that. Now, what is the best way over to the oil? We can hoof it. What's going on over here? Do we have a... You're trying to go down there, and you're trying to go down there, so it's not going to do anything until this one moves. And... it can't. Alright, you know what? You are going to change your plan, and you're going to go to iron plate pickup instead. You don't need to, but that will free up some space. Obviously, we need to do more work here. Just make sure this works. All of them are empty. That's why. So... as long as that one's not doing a circuit, we should be fine. Hasn't banked up too far here, but it has actually blocked both lanes, so yeah, we've got some issues with this whole thing. That's moving, that's moving. Should allow one of these iron trains to come through. Which so far is enough to let that one through. The endless repositioning. I mean, now that the traffic volumes through this area are a lot less, we probably don't need this mechanism that does this. We probably could do something more along this line, which really only needs to go one way. These ones all go to the top. Maybe additionally provide a route down here, but not provide this one. That's probably the sort of thing that we need to do. I think it's cleared. So, where are you going? That will do. That'll get us somewhere close to where I want to be. If you ever get moving. So yeah, there's definitely quite a bit of tuning with the rail system that I am going to need to do. There's another guy who wants to do a silly loop-to-loop thing. Has that picked up our production at all? No. Might explain why it slowed down for a bit. Should pick up soon. So the thing is, if we want another oil train in operation, we need to be able to accommodate, sorry, not oil train, rocket fuel train. We need to be able to accommodate extras. I'm going to leap out here. So this is where the fuel train comes through, and at the moment there can only be one fuel train on here. So what we need is basically a siding. Going in the wrong direction. We need a siding. Probably doesn't need to be especially long, but whatever. Let's do something like that. Actually, I don't want a signal there at all. You can have one of those. That already is. We're only introducing a single second train, so we don't need to get too fancy pants here. There we go. Are you full? Yes, you are. Right, this one is refuel D depot. Refuel distributed depot, that's what that meant. So, you can also be refuel D depot. That one, till inventory full. And then I'm going to jump on board and we will ride this to Fuel Iron West till inactivity. Let's just go. So that's not going to be the full program, obviously, but it will get me to the iron fueling train. So the full works here, the full Monty, so to speak, would be this will go to all the western destinations, and which may in fact only just be 2, and I'll remove the west destinations from the other train altogether. Yes, this hodgepodge has got to change. Supposedly almost 300 kilometers per hour. Awesome sauce. Does take a while when you have a large factory, and this could be another issue that we've got. The whole iron has been brought to its knees by a train or 2 that has run out of fuel, exactly what we were trying to fix. Okay. Just as well we picked up all of that rocket fuel. Well, there is one good thing about it. You get nice UPS while it happens. But we do need this side operational. There is no question about that. Quite a long run from where our train stopped to where we need to get to. We don't need those guys showing. And there's our SpaceX progress. You can see we're up to the spaceship construction phase. Right, where's this broken down train? It will help mildly with congestion, taking the fuel train off from the, oh, there's one. Looks like we have more than one. Okay, well, 120 should be enough. Oops. And of course, I should have done that. Never mind. Right, we're good to go this way. And no. There. And we're moving again. Very good. That is a lot of trains. That's why we need 2 lanes. I might have to give them a few options to change lanes in the non-congested parts, just in case they want to. In case of blockage, it's not quite so devastating. We've already lost 3 UPS now that things are running again. So we don't need to add this new mechanism to the steel because, well, the iron plate trains will eventually go to main base and top up there, and the steel trains all go to main base and top up there as well, so they should be fine. We must have fixed something. My refuel train been. Check quickly. Nope. Still slowly making its way here. That's fine. Okay. Same logic as copper. Don't operate the refuel inserters unless there is a train actually fully pulled up in the station. Yep, that worked. And these ones for completeness sake, and just to make sure that they will operate when we need them to. I don't get taken out by a train running this close to the track. I'm sure while you guys probably find that hilarious, it get a little bit tedious if it happens too often. The long trek back to your guy. I am sort of debating with myself just at the moment whether I try and improve the efficiency of the train network first, or make sure I get up and running some of the launch components. I suspect doing the launch components may actually be winning that debate with myself at the moment. Because at this point I don't want the factory to go idle. Interesting. So those probably weren't working at all because it didn't have the correct signal there, but otherwise it's all good. How many more do we have? 4 more. Well, guys, feel free just to, I'm only going to do this episode, so feel free if it's getting boring, just seeing the same thing to train. Where are you going? You're going down there. This of course means that I probably need to if I'm going to use this blueprint ever again, I probably need to retake a copy of it. And it is possible because we do seem to have some issues with our supply of material. So even though I kind of suggested that I wouldn't, I don't actually want UPS to dip below 30 again. I think anything over 30 is fine, but 30 is sort of my pain threshold. I'm sure there's other mods that might be able to help, but they can be. Gotta be pretty careful what you put in with mods. We don't. I want this to be basically a vanilla experience. I think I can reasonably claim that still, even with worker robot cargo capacity. The main thing that one is doing can arguably be claimed to just be UPS related. If I start adding a whole lot of additional mods, such as you can increase, there's mods to increase the, or to give you like insert a capacity bonus on infinite research. You start doing things like that, you are making up for potentially bad designs when you don't have enough inserters feeding assembly machines and the like. And that, to me, is not where I want to go. I want it all to be done with standard capability machines. And that would appear to be it. So, thanks for joining me, guys. Hopefully next time is more exciting, unless you find circuitry riveting, which actually I do sometimes, so you never know. Anyway, yeah, thanks for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you in the next. Bye-bye.